The first board of the second half of last Thursday. Good in bidding and good in play, but a couple of people went down on this contract, and it's the management of what you do, how you think at the start of the hand. So the bidding is quite simple. It goes pass, one spade. Now, if my partner bid at the one level with one no trump, excuse me, I might have to change what I do. But when my partner bids two diamonds, I know they have the equivalent of 10 plus points. And now I'm entitled with only 15 to bid three spades, showing six spades. Over that, if partner was interested in going to slam, they could Q bid. They're not, so they simply bid four spades. And it goes pass, pass, pass. Now, the lead is the queen of clubs. And when we look at dummy, we see that we have a loser in spades guaranteed, a slow loser in hearts, a very slow loser in clubs, and a potential loser in diamonds. But they've led a club, which means one of our entries in one of our stoppers in clubs is gone. But they can't knock out the ace of clubs, the king of clubs, and the ace of hearts. We have time to do what we need to do. So we win the club with the ace, and we play the jack or 10 or 9 of spades. That's to keep the queen as an entry if they don't play the ace, which they shouldn't. So now I play the 10 of spades. If they don't take it now, I stop playing spades, but when they take it, the queen now becomes another entry, just in case something happens in diamonds. So they're going to play a club because they have to set up the club winner, and you're going to win. Provided you now play the diamond. If the jack of diamonds is covered with the king, you'd play the ace, the queen, and the 10, discarding a loser. If you play small, they have to win. If they don't win, they might not get it. But even if they didn't take it, I would finesse the diamond again because I still have the queen of spades as the entry to the table. So now, if they didn't have a club, you'd get your two discards away on the winners in the diamonds. But as they have a club, they will play a club. West will win, and he will now switch a heart. You're hoping the queen will win. At this stage, it doesn't matter, though. And now you can play a diamond to the ace and discard your loser on your winner. Job done. So it's important to recognize that winners are important to discard losers, and you need to always have a way to get to them, which is why you should play spades in that order. Now, board number 7, South at most tables opened the bidding with one diamond. Again, if you didn't, this is the type of hand where I'd rather you open light than the earlier hand. You've got a 5 and a 4, you've got Jack 10, 9, 8, 7, Ace 10, Ace 10, 7, 5. All these extra 10s and shape are giving you value. If you don't open, it gives the opposition the chance to compete for the contract. So if South opens, I think the bidding should go one diamond, pass, three diamonds, pass, pass, pass. And you're not guessing about where you have to go. But if South doesn't open, if South passes, and it goes pass, pass, one diamond from the north now, that gives East the opportunity to make a light overcall of one spade. And now it becomes who's braver to get to what level. Because if North-South let East-West play in three spades, and they defend accurately, they can beat it one. -1 is worth 100 points, whereas playing in diamonds is worth 130. So opening aggressive can also be applicable to first or second in hand. Think about it, and we'll see over the next couple of weeks as how that approach can change the results of what you do. Board 8 was what I call the weird and the wonderful. Everybody was in everything. There were some people in hearts, some people in spades, some people in clubs, and some people even in diamonds. So it was a mixture of everything. A couple of people opened the West hand with weak bids. I don't like it because the quality of the suit isn't good enough. First or second in hand, I have to qualify. I don't like it. Third in hand, I do. I'd open that three hearts third in hand. But first in hand, I'd pass. North opens the bidding with one club. Some people overcalled one spade, but I think with 19 high card points, you have to start off by doubling. Over that, I mean, South could bid any number of clubs. They could bid two clubs, three clubs, four clubs, five clubs. They could even bid one spade. I mean, anything could happen on this hand. But let's say they bid one spade. West will now bid two hearts. And that will now freeze northeast west out of the spade suit. If South bids some number of clubs, let's say they bid three clubs or two clubs, now West might stick in a little bid of hearts. And now when their partner goes back to spades, they know they've a strong hand and you'll raise to spades. But four spades goes off because of the bad break. You lose a spade, two hearts, and a club. But four hearts on this actual hand makes. Very interesting. All you lose is two heart tricks and a club. So four hearts makes on this hand, while four spades doesn't. But most people ended up in four spades, and some people ended up sacrificing in five clubs. A little bit of everything. Board 9 was a hand where North passes, East passes, and South opens the bidding with one club. If West bids two or three diamonds, that should give North-South the position if they find the fit. So it goes pass, pass, double. Again, we've discussed this on board 2. Double says I have shortness in diamonds. If you have a penalty, you can pass. North doesn't really have a penalty because their diamonds aren't strong enough. So they'll bid two hearts. Now South will bid three hearts, and some people even bid four hearts. And it goes four hearts, pass, pass, pass. The bidding by West of diamonds should enable South to work out that the Queen of Hearts is very likely going to be with the East hand. If West has 6 or 7 diamonds, they only have 6 or 7 empty spaces. If East has 1 or 2 diamonds, they have 11 or 12 empty spaces. So East is almost twice as likely to have the Queen of Hearts than West. Whenever somebody preempts, the other person is more likely to have the queen of the suit you're worried most about. Now, you can make 12 tricks on this hand, but not if you draw trumps. If you draw trumps, you have a problem because you don't have 12 tricks. You have to ruff the spades in the dummy and ruff the clubs in the dummy. And if you do that, you can end up making 12 tricks. Nice little hand. Again, negative doubles have come up several times. Trial bids have come up. All the bits that I try to teach as first principle are coming up in random boards, and we need to work through them. So the last board of the set, many tables ended up in 6 hearts. And if you ended up in 6 hearts by the north, East is very likely going to lead a diamond. But in my opinion, we shouldn't end up in 6 hearts. We need to be able to work out different things, and cue bidding is a way with which we can show what we're missing. So South opens 1 heart. Now again, West might decide, if you're playing aggressive, to bid 2-no trump, showing 5-5 in the minors. But for the purpose of today, we'll make West pass. Now, if North can make a raise in hearts, something like Jacoby or Jacoby, 2-no trump, It now gives North-South the ability to be able to Q-bid rather than simply bidding Blackwood. Because bidding Blackwood doesn't help you pinpoint that you have weakness in clubs. So South will bid 3 hearts. North will bid 3 spades, a Q bid. South will bid 4 diamonds, a Q bid. Now that bypasses clubs. Now, North might bid 4 hearts because they don't have a second round control in clubs. And that's where you should play. Meaning that any bad result, like a diamond rough and 2 clubs, the 4 level is safer than the 5 level. But let's say North continues to Q bid by bidding 4 spades. I think incorrectly. South can now bid 5 diamonds. And now North-South know instantaneously that they're missing at least 2 club tricks and they should not end up in the 6. If you are on lead against 6 hearts, Jack of spades could be right, a club could be right, even a diamond could be right. Anything could be right on this hand. Now, if North-South aren't playing Jacoby, it becomes a lot more difficult. But you always have to ask yourself the question, will the answer to the question of 4-note trump enable me to know that slam is a good contract? And if the answer is no, we need to think of a different way of bidding to be able to find out the information that we need.